Welcome to the 5th grade Writing and Humanities Unit 5 preview. In this video, we'll be going over the materials including the Writing Unit at a Glance for Unit 5, the Humanities Unit at a Glance for Unit 5, and the Unit 5 assessments. We'll also briefly touch upon AML 6 through 10, although more information is available in my previous video on Unit 4. You can find all of these materials on uplift.blackboard.com. You'll find the course visions and supporting documents, the scopes and sequences, and the common assessments there, including the answer documents and norming assessments. You'll also find the information I provide for you in the Writing Humanities section, where you'll find the unit at a glance and unit previews, which were located where you found this video, the annotated model lessons, the resource bank, and the artifacts, which are previous examples of student work. Finally, let's take a look at our unit at a glance. For writing, we're talking about who we are, including rights and responsibilities. It's a great time for storytelling and letting your kids explore the outcomes of everything that they have in their life and how they feel about the world and their rights and responsibilities in it. We're going to be talking about developing, revising, and editing drafts, and really we're targeting essays and multi-paragraph essays, conveying information about a topic, whether that is a story or personal narrative, or if it is a research paper or an expository paragraph essay. All of those are examples of multi-paragraph essays, and we'll be exploring them all into the unit. This is also a time where kids will be working on their exhibition, possibly, or the time to prepare them to work on exhibition if you're doing exhibition in Unit 6. Some of the TEKs we're covering besides those originals would also be using and understanding parts of speech, including prepositions, transitional words, and also looking at the proper punctuation spacing for quotations, which is especially important because instead of using dialogue, they're going to be looking at these in terms of using them for research and resource quotations in their writing portions of their exhibition assignments. As always, you'll find integrated topics that you can utilize for humanities and science, starting with paragraphs and building into larger writing pieces. It's incredibly important that you also give them revision time, and so that's built into our scope and sequence and our unit at a glance as well. In humanities, this is a time to, it seems like there's a lot, but really you need to keep in mind that our scope and sequence is designed for 5 units, not 6. And so if you're doing exhibition in this unit, plan to stretch these TEKs either all the way through Unit 6 or to only touch on them once you get to Unit 6. If you're planning on exhibition in Unit 6, then you should plan to cover all of these in Unit 5 or plan to cover very few of them in Unit 6. And so basically we're finishing out the entire rest of U.S. history, coming from all the way in 1812 to the Industrial Revolution, to the Civil War, to the 20th century, and then of course talking about the fundamental rights and the civil rights movement of the 1960s. These lessons are a little cramped, and it's important to remember that you'll need to spread these out based on when your campus is doing exhibition, what time dedication you have required for that, and what else you're managing in that time period. Finally, we have our Unit 5 assessments. There is a actual test for humanities, a middle school style, multiple choice question and answer format. It is aligned to their 8th grade humanities TEKs, the ones that we cover either in miniature here, or if this is the only time they're seeing that before they take their 8th grade humanities STAR. Those questions are here, but they are grade level appropriate and 5th grade level questions, but they are going to be more difficult than maybe what you're doing in your classroom. I know they're more difficult than what I am normally doing in my classroom because they are STAR level. And so it's important to start getting our kids used to that, and so this assessment will help you give them at least that experience and exposure to it, allowing them either corrections time or an open note test or something of that manner if they're really struggling is an option. Also utilizing this as a non-major assessment is an option. In writing, we're doing something similar where you are picking a topic. Now this is an alternative to the IRR, which you have received my documents on that if you've been to one of my collaboration day sessions. All the things we're doing for exhibition on my campus I've shared with you, and this is kind of one of the practice assessments that we're going to be utilizing before they get to that larger piece of writing, so that they have practice creating thesis statements and using research materials to provide evidence for their opinions expressed in their essays. Once again, if you haven't seen AML 6 through 10, I highly recommend you utilize them before you start your own planning. Take a look at what I've done already and see, is this something that you can utilize, or is this something that your campus could benefit from? I feel that these are something that you can at least take ideas from or utilize in their entirety, depending on how experienced you are at planning or what you've already accomplished. There are many different types of lessons. There are writing and humanities lessons. They are spread across the next Unit 4, Unit 5, and Unit 6. And they are also explore many different types of planning methods, whether that's an investigation framework, the 5E, or the 5-step model. There's an example of each in there, and also there's an example of each utilized differently, being a little bit more flexible and creative in the way that it's utilized so that you can fit it into those odd time slots, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, station work, and things like that. Finally, if you have any questions or you need to contact me for any reason, as always, my email is jhassan@uplifteducation.org, and you can also text me, and my phone number is on the screen.